Welcome to Ancient Studies. I'm not a stickler for attendance. From time to time, I'm called away from the office myself.
This would really hurt my feelings if I didn't know you so well.
Actually, Elizabeth, would you put these in the computer, please?
Yes, doctor. You don't even care about bonding with this child. You just want to torture me.
As I think I've said continuously for the last couple of days, I'm not going to let you shove me out of our child's life.
Well, not to be redundant, but this is a child that you didn't want. I'm just going to finish these later.
Need them now, please.
He wants you to stick around so that hopefully you'll back him up. But if you've noticed, Elizabeth hasn't defended you.
She hasn't said I'm wrong either.
Why are you so stubborn? I've given you an out. Just take it.
I don't want an out, Robin.
That's what you think you should say, but I know the truth.
The truth is my life has changed, whether you want to admit it or not. Robin, have I ever abused you?
Of course not.
Have I ever said that I don't love you anymore?
No.
What kind of woman refuses the father of her child under these conditions? Or even worse, makes him beg or hire a lawyer in order to get visitation rights to his child?
You have a lawyer now?
Well, these papers didn't materialize out of thin air. Diane Miller is my attorney. She's aggressive, she's smart, and she thinks I have a good chance of getting visitation rights. And if you want to fight me on this, be prepared to lose, but I'm not going to back down on this.
Oh. You have been told my daughter can't have any unnecessary stress.
You pregnant?
I actually don't know. That's why I'm here. I have to take the pregnancy test. But I already told Sonny that you were my baby's father.
Why would I need a paternity test for my wife pregnant with my child?
Sorry. I got him right here. What's going on here?
Do I have your attention? Excellent. Now here's the bottom line. If any harm comes to Alexis Davis or her children, little Johnny Boy here gets a bullet in the head. If they have so much as a hangnail or a bad dream, your hope for the future becomes a sad memory. Do I make myself clear? I said, do I make myself clear?
Message received.
Lovely. I'll be leaving now. But to make sure that you don't shoot me as I go, I'll take Johnny along, okay?
No! Don't take John. Take me instead. I make a better hostage. I'm smaller. I'm weaker. I won't put up a fight. Just let John stay here.
I've heard you called many things, but weak isn't one of them.
Claudia makes a good point.
And noble, and indeed even heartfelt. But you see, the only problem, darling, is that no one cares if you die or if you live. See, why take a hostage that's expendable? You see, little John here is the heir apparent. If you all behave yourselves, I'll release him as soon as I'm away. Meanwhile, may I reiterate that if anything should happen to Alexis Davis or her child, I will come back and kill him. I might come back and kill you too, Claudia darling, although I doubt anyone will notice. Meanwhile, I don't need to spell it out that following me would be extremely ill-advised.
Let my son go, and we'll cut a deal right now.
There's no deal. There's my way or death.
I admire your chutzpah, but don't push your luck, Mr. Jacks. Prove you can be reasonable and walk out that door alone.
Jack would never compromise.
Don't bother Spinelli. He's not much of a doctor if he doesn't even know how to knock over and
Why would I knock? I am a doctor. This is a hospital. Think of it as my home. He's a guest and you're an intruder. So, by the way, can you get out, please? You need to get back in this bed.
I'm just visiting my friend.
Well, that's one way of describing it.
Maximista was merely trying to return me to my place of repose.
Well, the way I saw it, the patient was trying to have sex less than 24 hours after a life-threatening illness. So, if you don't care that it will kill you, that's fine.
He's just jealous because we were having sex and he's not.
Maximista?
No, Spinelli. I refuse to apologize because your doctor's hung up on some intimacy issues. Not when Spinelli is such an amazing lover.
The Jackal appreciates your kind words, although...
He is insatiable. His stamina is a thing of wonder. Maybe you should do some medical tests on that. Spinelli and I have crazy sex anywhere and everywhere we want to. And if you don't approve, Dr. Hunter, get over it. Because Spinelli sure isn't complaining. Are you, baby?
Well, Kate, let's just say it's never a good idea to leave Sonny and I alone in a room together. There's too much history.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nothing ever changes. You know, Sonny can't stand to see anyone else with a shot at happiness, especially me. So I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to reschedule again.
What brought that on?
Come here. No, I was just pushing his buttons, you know. I wasn't really trying to hurt Jackson. Just speaking the truth.
About Carly?
Yeah, well, she's going off the rails, you know, and he's the one that's going to end up getting hurt.
You know, there must be something fabulous about Carly that evades me, and far be it from me to criticize two men that I respect, but from my position, Carly is a selfish, life-wrecking shrew who almost destroyed your life and seems determined to do the same to Jax.
There's a lot you don't understand.
Why would you do that? Why would you tell Sonny I got you pregnant?
What do you think?
You and Sonny?
Yep, me and Sonny. The night we took Michael to the aftercare facility, you know, we were just in a really emotional place, and on the ride back home, you know how Sonny and I are when we're together?
I know how you are.
Okay, look, and we know we made a really big mistake, and that's right when I had asked Sonny to sign away Morgan, and he freaked out. And I'm telling you, I did not have sex with Sonny so he would sign those papers. He just thinks the worst of me.
So there is a chance that Sonny got you pregnant?
Yeah, but, it could be Jax, because when I got home that night, I was in a really bad place, and I went in and I took a shower, and
Carly,
I came
stop.
out.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, okay? You need to take this test now.
I just want you to know that I just wanted to be with someone that was kind and sweet and that would take care of me.
Carly, what do you want?
I want to have Jax's baby. But if it turns out to be Sonny's, you have to lie for me, Jason. You have to tell Sonny that the baby's yours. If Jax finds out I had sex with Sonny, he will leave me for sure. And I can't say that I blame him, you know.
And if the kid is Sonny's, Sonny's going to want to claim him.
I already talked to Diane. Giving up the boys doesn't mean Sonny is legally bound to give up this child. He has full parental rights, and I can't lose another baby or a son or a daughter because of Sonny. I can't have his baby, but I can have yours.
No, if there is a baby.
I already laid the groundwork with Sonny. Hey, Jax.
Where are you?
I'm with Jason. He has a problem. He's not sick, though. He's fine.
When will you be home?
In a little while. You sound upset.
We just need to talk. It's about Sonny.
Okay, well, I'll be home as soon as Jason and I figure this out. I don't know how long I keep stalling.
Well, why don't you just tell Sonny it's Jax's? You guys are married. That's usually how this works,
Sonny knows
Carly.
we had sex. He thinks that's why I'm putting off having the pregnancy test. I came up with a plausible alternative, you know? Baby's yours.
You and Carly are connected in ways that I'll never understand, and I have to respect that.
Okay, listen to me. Are you listening to me? I always want you to tell me how you feel. You know, our marriage should never be about what's unsaid. That's what killed me and Carly. That's what's probably going to kill Jax and Carly. Secrets and lies.
Sonny, I kept a secret my entire adult life of who I am and where I'm really from, and I still completely trust you.
I know you do.
Okay, well, so we have to promise that we're going to deal honestly with each other, right? The whole truth and nothing but.
More than anything, I want to make you happy.
Okay. So no secrets. No lies, right?
Alexis, I'm not here to judge you, okay? But when you say something like you're afraid you may have unleashed Mr. Craig, you have to expect a reaction from me.
I shouldn't have said anything to you.
You have no idea what he's capable of.
I know exactly what he's capable of.
No, you don't. Unless you've had an evening out with friends that ended up being held hostage, unless you've seen someone like Robin shot in cold blood for no reason.
I know exactly what he's done. Do we have to rehash this again? I'm telling you, I'm desperate.
Desperate for what? When you say you unleashed Jerry, I'm telling you people could die.
You do a great impersonation of a sane man, Anthony. Calm, reasonable, all of it absolute rubbish. You threatened the life of a small child for no other reason than she was the daughter of a DA. Oh, haven't you heard? You see, the Godfather here suggested to Alexis Davis that Christina might have a little drowning accident in day camp should Johnny not be released at once.
I think you and Miss Davis both overreacted.
Well, yes, in my way of thinking, when a man threatens a small child, he is unreasonable. And only an equally unstable man would consider negotiating with you, which is why I think I'll keep Johnny as leverage. Have a lovely day. Come on, Johnny.
I didn't know about Christina.
Relax, would you? It was an empty threat. I was only trying to terrorize.
Am I supposed to be reassured, Anthony?
She's a woman! She's ruled by her hormones!
Shut up and do something! That crazy man just took John!
You see what I mean? I expect the men who work for me to be more level-headed. How do we get John back?
Jerry is going to let Johnny go as soon as they are clear of the hotel.
Oh, I hope you're right, because if John dies, I'll make sure all of you die too.
I can't stand guys like that.
Like what?
Doctor, my ego is too big for the room hunter. Spinelli, I hope I didn't offend you.
Quite the opposite. Maximista's praise of the Jekyll's carnal abilities was most laudatory, though entirely fabricated.
It was just really inappropriate for me to talk about some hot, sexy relationship that we're never gonna have. I mean, you are my best friend, practically like a brother to me. We don't even think about each other like that.
Actually, you know, the Jekyll carries a deep...
I mean, first that guy breaks my PDA, and then he won't even apologize about it, and then he walks in here making stupid assumptions like I'm trying to jump your bones.
You know, a simple explanation...
I'm not explaining anything to that guy. As if I have something to be embarrassed about.
Oh, hi. Wonderful. I just wanted to come by and see how you're doing, unless this is a bad time.
Maximista was just explaining how we're not having hot and crazy sex.
Okay, I need to reassess sisters.
No.
The other blonde one is just the Jekyll's dear
You
friend.
ease up on the friendly visits, bud, or it's gonna kill you.
How you doing?
Keep practicing your martial arts on me and I might be paralyzed or dead by the time this baby comes.
Well, I have a solution for that. Don't upset me and Robin and you'll be fine.
Last thing I want to do is upset Robin. But I'm not going to let her run me out of her life without a fight.
Seems to me like she's respecting your wishes perfectly.
You haven't been around enough to see how things have changed.
Okay. Try me.
I wasn't interested in being a father in the beginning. I told Robin that. But now she's pregnant and that baby's mine, and I want to be involved. I want the right to change my mind. She's not going to let me.
Let me ask you something. You love Robin?
You know I do.
So, if she'd gone through that whole artificial insemination thing and the baby daddy was Mr. X, would you still want to step up?
I don't know. But that's not what happened. I can't answer that.
Yeah, that's honest.
And I've been nothing but truthful with Robin about how I feel, and she can't seem to accept it. Or worse, she doesn't care.
Oh, she cares. A lot.
Well, then why is she pushing me away?
She's stubborn. She doesn't get that from me. I'm incredibly flexible. But trying to talk to her father, get through to her father it was like hitting your head against a brick wall. And I do sympathize with you over that. I don't get, though, what this whole meltdown has been about for Robin. You know, the last time I saw you two, you were getting along.
Yeah, that's my fault. I asked her to live together. You know, like a real family.
Yeah. Well, that would definitely send her into a panic. Because Robin and I, we lived together as a family for less than half a year. And it was the beginning of the end, actually.
Hi, Alexis, it's Robin. Sorry I missed you. It's probably ridiculous, but I may need a lawyer. Please give me a call when you get this message. Thanks.
Okay, I'm ready to weigh in.
Fabulous. We single mothers need to support each other.
You need to work this out before it gets in front of a judge. I mean, come on. Do you really like the idea of spending your hard-earned money watching Diane and Alexis battle over who's the better attorney?
But there's a principle at stake, and you know that.
Once the courts are involved, you are inviting supervised visits and social workers into the mix. And I know you, Robin. You don't even like sharing with Patrick. You are not going to be happy with the bureaucracy weighing in on your baby's life.
Okay, shouldn't you be saying this to Patrick? He's the one that went and hired a lawyer.
Well, you didn't give him much of a choice.
You know, I really thought you would have understood where I was coming from.
It's unfortunate that my marriage to Lucky did not work out. But he spends as much time with my boys as if we were still living together. And honestly, if I had a man who could raise my children and love me the way Patrick loves you, I wouldn't ask for anything more.
If only he wanted to be a father, but he doesn't.
Actually, you're the only person left who believes that.
Jerry is capable of arbitrary violence, which is why he's my best option.
For what?
Zakara brought up Christina's name in a way that made me feel very uncomfortable.
Alexis. All right, look. I can arrange for you and the girls to be in the London apartment by tomorrow, even Greece.
You think that the Zakar family is going to track us down? If they want us, they'll find us. We can't just keep running. We live here. We have friends here. We have family who care about us.
Right. Well, next time there's a problem, come to me, not Jerry.
No. I don't want you involved in this. Jerry said that he'll handle it, and I believe that he will.
You were with me when Michael was in the hospital almost every night. And the truth is, I wouldn't have gotten through this nightmare with Michael if it hadn't been for you. So, I mean, is it so hard of a stretch to believe that in our pain that we might have slipped off into another room and comfort each other?
Stop right there. You need to take that pregnancy test.
I know. I know that this is probably bringing up a lot of pain with you and all the mistakes that we made with Michael and everything that happened with Jake. And I'm so sorry. I wouldn't ask you if I weren't so desperate, Jason.
You didn't ask. You lied.
Because it's the only lie Sonny would be. Jax will go along with the lie. He'll want to protect the little baby, too.
Okay, before I could tell you all the reasons this cannot work, and I'm not gonna lie, take the damn test.
Lulu, you're in the doctor's way.
She's fine.
Don't buy this whole friend of Spinelli's routine. Lulu's nobody's friend. She's an equal opportunity drama queen. Okay, all I care about is that Spinelli's gonna be all right. Here comes the fake concern.
Your friend is recovering nicely from the fever. It's the other symptoms.
What other symptoms?
The Jekyll fears that the Battle of the Blonde Ones could possibly give the wrong impression. See, there's...
Do you know why you're here, Mr. Spinelli?
Well, I mean, like, here in the larger esoteric sense, like, why does the Jackal exist on Earth?
I meant no, just here in this hospital.
Of course he knows why he's here in the hospital.
Why not let the grown man speak for himself? Why are you here?
Well, the pizza delivery man. He arrived with large quantities of greasy carbs to assist the Jackal in his recovery from an over-imbibement of alcohol. He passed the dreaded ague to Stone Cold. The Jackal in Vixenella nursed the master through his dreaded feverish time, and unfortunately the Jackal succumbed. The ague took hold, and here we are.
But Spinelli's gonna get better, right?
He's gonna be all right. It's important that he stays hydrated, and I am gonna actually keep him for observation.
Fine.
I'm running tests. There are a number of possibilities.
What kind of test? What do you think is wrong with him? He just told you he's recovering from the ague. Sometimes you're as thick as a brick, Lulu. So, when can I take Spinelli home?
When I say so, but you two can leave anytime.
He's really rude.
Coffee to go, or are you staying for lunch?
Staying. Sam, she is meeting me here. I had to cancel yet another dinner last night, so I'm trying to make it up to her by buying her a sandwich. Not exactly a fair trade, though.
Gillian, doesn't canceling at the last minute go with the territory when you're dating a cop?
Yeah, Sam, she's the opposite. She never complains, you know. She always says that plans are made to be changed.
Well, now that is the woman of my dreams.
Yeah, I'm just afraid that she may be running out of patience.
Well, you know, the person that you should be discussing this with, standing right behind you.
And how long have you been standing there?
Long enough to tell you how sweet you are, even when you are totally wrong.
You probably want to know what's going on between Anthony Zacchara and Jerry Jacks.
Are you telling me this as an objective observer?
Jerry walked into Anthony's hotel room and he put a gun to John Zacchara's head and he took him hostage.
Sounds like the Zaccharas need better bodyguards.
So Jerry claimed that Anthony threatened Christina.
No. Actually, we had a lovely conversation about Christina and her day camp and how little children who wander off by the water can drown, even if they know how to swim.
Alexis,
He's a
please, you
lovely
can't.
guy, really. I can understand why you work so hard to get him freed from prison. I sure as hell hope he pays you well.
Look, this is really not a great time for me. I have a lot of stuff I have to take care of.
Just take a moment, okay? And listen, my aunt is Alexis Davis, the district attorney, and your father is threatening her daughter, Christina. I mean,
Okay. My father wanted Johnny released from custody, and he went about it in the completely wrong way.
There's no point in explaining. Either convince your father to back off, or I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go to Jason Morgan and tell him that you and your brother were responsible for Michael's shooting.
I can't look.
You have to.
You look.
I'm not gonna look.
Please, Jason, look for me.
Fine, I'll look. You're not pregnant.
What? Oh, thank God. Thank God, thank God, thank God. I mean, don't get me wrong, not that I wouldn't love to have a baby, but not with all these lies. Everything turned out fine.
No, it didn't turn out fine. Next time, take the test before you tell people I got you pregnant.
You don't understand. I feel like I've been given a second chance with Jax. No one has to know that I had sex with Sonny. And I don't care what you say. I know you think I should tell him, but there's no way I'm losing Jax over some stupid mistake with
You know
Sonny.
what? I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Next time, you leave me out of it.
You can't be mad at me.
Next time, leave me out of the tangled web that you weave, Carly. And just be careful.
You know what I think? I think if I were pregnant, then you think that you wouldn't lie for me, but I know you would. And I know you hate every second of it, but you would do that for me. And because of that, I love you. Thank you.
Robert didn't even know Robin existed until she was, 6. Is that a decision you wish you made differently?
Oh, I'm not big on regrets. I can't change the past. And beating myself up over it is just a waste of energy that could be spent elsewhere. Robert loves Robin. He always has. But for most of our childhood, we were co-parents, not together. And it could be that Robin kind of views parenting as the father is free to live an independent life and just pop in and visit whenever he's able.
Well, that might work for Robert. But it doesn't for me. I had a father that was hardly ever around, and I want to be better.
Want to prove something to your father?
No. Prove something to my kid. I want our child to have what Robin and I didn't.
Yeah, you could have warned me she was insane. Yeah, well, you were paying attention to your lady, wanting her to feel appreciated. Now, there's no way I was going to mess with that. Especially when Sam was enjoying it so much.
A little bit.
Do you feel appreciated?
Do I? Yes, actually more every day when I'm with you. So please do me a favor and don't ever think twice about canceling or rescheduling. That's stress. You don't need it. I don't need to put it on you. So just take that as a not so subtle hint, by the way. So why were you working late last night?
Johnny Zakara and Logan Hayes got into a fight last night. Scott Baldwin wanted Zakara arrested and had him charged with attempted murder.
Ooh. Okay, that sounds a little extreme.
Yeah, especially when I have 3 witnesses claiming that Logan Hayes hit Zakara first.
And you're trying to prove that Johnny's innocent. Your sister must love you for that. You are a good brother.
More like a 3-ring circus because Zakara's father and sister were standing there.
They were? Okay, well then I'm sure Rick and Trevor Lansing weren't too far behind.
Yeah, they were all there, demanding that Zakara be released while he was in the interrogation room. Sitting there like a prince. More like a mob prince.
I'm sure everyone's doing backflips to save the favorite son.
Well, I made Lulu stand there and watch because she needs to understand that this kid is never going to be getting out of the mob.
I don't think that's the thing that Lulu's worrying about right now. It's probably the last thing she's worrying about. All she's thinking about is how Johnny Zakara makes her feel. And the one thing that I can relate to is that, you know, when you have this attraction, you can't stop somebody from that. And, I mean, I think maybe you should brace yourself for it. Love.
You think Lulu loves Johnny?
I think you think so, too.
The thing is that Lulu is a lot like my mother, and this could be a bad thing. This could be a really bad thing.
Alexis, I'm not going to make excuses for Anthony Zakara.
You don't think Zakara's serious?
No, I think he was trying to scare you, and it worked.
So Christina's not in any danger.
No, she's not. I swear to it.
And it makes it okay because he was just kidding.
No, that's not what I'm saying, okay? I'm just saying that there's no reason for you to overreact when there's nothing to be
According
concerned
to you, because if you said anything else, it would make you wrong, Rick. Which reminds me, we should really get Molly into...
Alexis, do you honestly think that I would let Anthony hurt the children?
You beat me in that courtroom at his sanity hearing, and this is the price of your victory.
Listen to me, please. Anthony is a master manipulator. I have watched how he works. He's ruthless. He goes after a person's Achilles heel and he punctures it. That's why he threatened Christina. He's not stupid. He's not going to go after a small child. Christina's not in danger.
Foolish man.
But you know what? The thing that you did make a mistake in is trusting Jerry Jacks. Because he is not the good guy that you think he is. He is a card-carrying psychopath who would hurt somebody else's child. He hurt a helpless, unarmed woman for fun and amusement. And he is on your side right now. But that can change in a heartbeat.
Jerry Jacks defended my daughter, which is a lot more than I can say for you. Excuse me.
My father doesn't hear from me soon, he's going to start to worry. He's going to do something about it.
I'm just curious. Do you agree with your father threatening little girls? I mean, I'm just asking. I'd like to know who I'm dealing with.
I don't agree with it at all.
No. This is where you're trying to convince me that it was done in earnest, that it was done to terrorize the child's mother, which apparently is acceptable.
My father miscalculated. He wanted to frighten Alexis. He had no idea that she had you to turn to.
So you agree that Anthony's a bully and a coward?
He received your message. The Zakaras will leave Alexis and her child alone.
What a relief. You see, I'm not prone to idle threats. But if any harm is done to Alexis Davis and her child, I will hunt you and your sister down and blow your bloody heads off, preferably in front of each other. Now get out of here.
I never meant for Michael to get hurt. And my brother, John, had nothing to do with this.
Well, Claudia, given your track record, I'm not really inclined to believe that.
What changed?
What changed? What do you mean what changed? Your father is threatening an innocent girl who, by the way, happens to be my cousin.
Okay,
I just can't allow that to
Christina
happen.
is perfectly safe. I promise you that. The person who's in trouble here, who's in danger, is my brother. Jerry Jacks has become Alexis' protector. He showed up at the hotel, kidnapped my brother at gunpoint.
Yeah, it looks like that past of yours is finally catching up to you, huh?
That's it. That's what you have for me. Platitudes.
If you're looking for sympathy from me, I don't have any left. I'm sorry. Look, just know this. If anything happens to Alexis or those little girls, I'm gonna have to tell Jason the truth about you.
Seemed a little nervous with those two blondes.
The Jackal is uncomfortable in many social environs.
You find it difficult to make small talk?
There is no such thing as small talk. All words have significance.
And I understand you're something of a computer genius.
Yes, the Jackal is the ace of cyberspace. It is where he rules.
You talk about yourself in the third person. That's a conceit that's usually reserved for politicians and some basketball players, too. Have you ever heard of an MBTI, Myers-Briggs type indicator? It's a personality test. Do you know who Alan Turing is?
A god of epic proportions. He invented the first electronic computer.
Yeah, he very well might have had what I suspect you have. You appear awkward in social situations, and you find it difficult to pick up on social cues. You're passionate about singular topics, and you have obsessive behavior, and you can't make small talk.
Stone Cold. Stone Cold, maybe he and I have the same syndrome. It would explain our deep and abiding connection.
Okay. I don't know who Stone Cold is, but I would be happy to examine him.
Well, he would undoubtedly refuse. See, he shuns medical attention even when suffering from gunshot wounds.
Okay. Well, I would have to run some tests in order to properly diagnose you.
Actually, the Jackal doesn't care to be diagnosed. He is who he is, and unless that requires quarantine, nothing else needs to be said.
You're not interested in changing some aspects of your personality, things that you aren't happy with?
Look, the Jackal is quite happy. Thank you. And the last time he tried to change his behavior, he ended up with a near-fatal fever. So thank you for your analysis, Dr. Doom. But let us mutually agree that this conversation never happened.
Okay. It's your call.
Well, I'm so pleased the two of you actually bothered to show up for work.
I got it. Crimson, this is Maxie. Oh, Federico, how are you doing? Kate's right here and dying to talk to you.
I'll take it in my office. Emails? Calendar, Maxie.
Yes, right on it. What are you even doing here? Wasn't Johnny just released from lockup? So I guess he had better things to do than reunite with you. No wonder you're already looking for someone else.
What are you rambling about?
Dr. Matt at the hospital. I saw you flirting. Are you dumb enough to buy it?
You are so delusional right now. Johnny and I are just fine.
I think not. You and Johnny are already fading, and you're starting to look for the next warm body who might just fall for your tricks. Don't you think you should wait until your current dumps you before you move on to the next one?
Okay. You might be right. I mean, I've told myself that Patrick wants to be involved with this child because he thinks that he should. Because everything else aside, Patrick is a good man. And he thinks that a good man should step up. You know, I'm just trying to show him that he doesn't have to be with me and the baby out of obligation.
Yeah, you've pretty much taken in a billboard stating that.
Dr. Scorpio, hello. It's so nice to see you again. Tell me, have you received your paperwork vis-a-vis the legal action being brought by your baby's father?
Yes, I have, but he has no ground.
Well,
so.
I am requesting a court date because that little one inside of you is growing larger every day. And Dr. Drake is losing precious moments that he needs to establish a lasting relationship. And that, by the way, was just a sneak preview of my opening statement on his behalf.
Great. If you and Dr. Drake decide to take this to court, you'll both be sorry.
What's going on?
Dr. Scorpio intends to fight the petition.
I'm Anna Devane. I'm Dr. Scorpio's mother.
Diane Miller, counsel for the father.
No. If this were to go to court, then I feel like I would be forced to testify.
Thanks, Mom.
For Patrick.
John!
So glad you could come, darling. Now tell your brother he can't kill me.
She doesn't have a gun.
Oh, come on. Claudia, why don't you tell Johnny that I have proof of your dirty, life-destroying secret?
Hey. I'm sorry. Jason and I, we had something that we needed to work through. But I'm here now. Hi.
That's good.
Mwah.
Deal with this face to face.
You look upset. What's going on?
Okay, is the reason that you didn't want to take a pregnancy test because there's a chance that Sonny might be the baby's father?
No, it's Damien Spinelli. You know what? I'm gonna have to call you back. Thanks.
I just want the truth. Are you sleeping with Carly? Or am I the father of the baby?